Hello, everyone. Welcome to another night of Bible basketball. Welcome to another night of Bible basketball. We've been getting ready to get started with our Bible basketball. So we're looking for our team to come on in. Come on in to our Bible basketball. And tonight is going to be All-Star game. It's going to be an All-Star game tonight. So we're going to be looking for them heavy hitters tonight because it's going to be an all-star game. Hello to my beautiful wife, Peggy. Get ready for the all-star game tonight. Now, normally I would tell y'all where I'm coming from, but tonight you ain't going to know where I'm coming from. Hello, good evening to my cousin Shirley. God bless you. So this is the all-star game. You're going to have to show your skills. Show your skills tonight. Tonight, we're not telling you where we're coming from. We're going to be all over the Bible. So show your skills. Show your skills. And then also, I think it only give you like a minute and a half. So you're going to have to show your skills tonight. Hello, Muff, Annie, Ruth, Boo, all of y'all down there in Florida. Y'all got to show your skills tonight. We're going to be all over the Bible. So you're going to have to use that Bible knowledge that God gave to you. Got to come from the inside. So this is the all-star game. This is the all-star game. Yep. So everybody's trying to get to be that MVP. So they do a lot of playing, individual playing in the all-star game. It's nice if y'all could work as a team, but we just looking for an answer. So this is the all-star game. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see who can play some ball. All right. So let's get ready and let's pull up our questions as the all-stars come on in to the floor. Let's pull up our questions and add our questions to the stream. And here's our questions from today for our all-star game. We getting ready to play on the all-star game. All right, so let's get ready to head down the court with our all-star game. Let's see who gonna be able to do some in dunking today. Do some 360s. All right. So here comes our first question for our all-star game tonight. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to start out with 20 questions, and here we go. All right. It says, according to Acts 26 and 23, who was the first risen from the dead? According to Acts 26:23. All right, they give you a chance. Acts 26:23 said, who was the first risen from the dead? Was it Lazarus, Jesus, Elijah, Enoch? Who was the first risen from the dead? Anybody know? Was it Lazarus, Jesus, Elijah, Enoch, according to Acts 26 and 23? As time is clicking, we got about 1 minute left. This is the all-star game. Time is ticking. Who was the first risen from the dead? According to Acts 26 and 23, Cousin Shirley jumped up and she said, Lazarus, First Lady says Lazarus. And Cousin Shirley, First Lady said Jesus. Cousin Shirley said Lazarus. And what does my cousin them Muff them say? We got Jesus and Lazarus. Anybody? Jesus and Lazarus. And we're down to 23 seconds on the clock. Who was the first? Was it Jesus or Lazarus? We got Jesus and Lazarus on the board. All right. Anybody? Who else? Was it Jesus, Lazarus, Elijah, or Enoch? Time is clicking. Cousin Shirley, she jumped in with the first lady and said Jesus. And here come Muff said Jesus. So are we correct with Jesus? That is correct. As time runs out, Jesus is correct. All right. That's what a flying 360 from the All-Stars. Flying 360 from the All-Stars. All right. Let's move on down the court with our next question. It said, how many brothers did the rich man have from the parable of the rich man and Lazarus? Remember that parable Jesus told about the rich man and poor man Lazarus? How many brothers did that rich man have that he wanted to go back and tell? A is not mentioned, B 4, C 8, or D 5. How many brothers did that man have, that old rich man who wanted to go back and tell his brothers? Was it mentioned or what? Cousin Shirley says mentioned. It's 4. All right. Down the court, she goes with 4 in this all-star game. All right. Anybody else? She says 4. How many brothers did rich man have? They call him rich man Diocese and poor man Lazarus. First lady said 5. He had 5. Down the court, they going with 5. As we're down to 34 seconds on the clock. Clock is ticking. Somebody said 4. Somebody said 5. Cousin Shirley 4. First lady 5. Anybody else? What y'all say? Muff, as the clock is ticking down to 20 seconds. Down to 18 seconds on the clock. What's going to happen here? We got a 4 and a 5. As the clock is ticking, we're down to 7 seconds on the clock. 7 seconds on the clock. And then Cousin Shirley had changed and got with the first lady. And the correct answer is 5. The correct answer is 5 as the clock runs out. All right. There you go. They got a flying 360 in at the last second. All right. Flying 360 at the last second. Muffs at 4, and that was incorrect. The correct answer is 5. Luke 16 and 28. All right. Let's head on down the court with the next question. Next question said, the wife of Zebedee and the mother of the apostle James the elder and John came to the tomb. Who else came with her? The wife of Zebedee and the mother of the apostle James and the elder and John came to the tomb. Who else came with them? A, Salome. B, Elizabeth. C, another woman named Mary. Or D, Martha. Who came to the tomb with the wife of Zebedee? Cousin Shirley said it was somebody named Salome. All right. Down the court, she goes with Salome. Oh, as we get 50 seconds left on the clock, and we got somebody, one of the team all-stars said Salome. One of the all-stars said Salome came to the tomb with the wife of Zebedee, the mother of James and John. It was Salome. All right, 30 seconds left on the clock. Where them all-star players at? 30 seconds left on the clock. Down to 23 seconds, there go come Roxanne. She gonna get in on this all-star game too. Roxanne got in on the all-star game. She said Salome. I say, all right, and there go Muff with Salome. All right. It's the all-star game. We got 8 seconds, 7 seconds. First lady says Salome too. Is that correct? Is that correct as the seconds tick off? That is correct. Wow, that's pretty good, y'all. Man, no wonder y'all made the all-star game. Y'all are some heavy hitters, boy. Y'all are some heavy hitters. That's why y'all on the all-star team. That's pretty good. Wow. All right, next question says, thine eyes did see my blank, yet being unperfect. And in thy book all my members were written, which in continuous were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them. Wow, who is this talking? Thine eyes did see my A, substance, B, life, C, mind, or D, organs. Thy mind did see my substance, yet being unperfect, life, yet being unperfect, mind being unperfect, or organs being unperfect. Cousin Shirley jumped up right away and she said substance. Man, she is a heavy hitter all-star. No wonder she made the all-star. She jumped up right away and said, that I did see my substance yet being unperfect. And there go First Lady, and there go she cousin Muff. Substance. Uh-oh. We got 27 seconds left on the clock. Anybody else gonna get in on it? Any more all-stars gonna get in on that I did see my substance, they said. As the clock is ticking, we're down to 15 seconds on the clock. Is that correct? And there go my sister-in-law Roxanne, my sister-in-law, and she said it was substance. Oh, we are all in agreement. Is that correct? We're down to 1 second, and it says what? Substance is correct. Wow, y'all some all stars for sure. Y'all are some all stars. That I did see my substance yet being unperfect. Man, that's good ball playing. All right, let's head on down the court with the next question for these all stars. What kind of animal did Samson kill with his bare hands? What kind of animal did Samson kill with his bare hand, y'all all stars? All right, I ain't even gonna list them. Come on, y'all. Y'all some all stars. As the seconds tick, we're down to a minute and a half. As the seconds tick down to a minute and a half, and there come my cousin Shirley. She definitely all star. She said it was a lion that he killed with his bare hands. All right, we're down to 60 seconds on the clock. Any more all stars? Or do y'all need to see the answer now? Y'all big all stars. Y'all some all stars. That go. Roxanne said it was a lion that Samson killed with his bare hands. Wow. Where them other all stars at? What did Samson kill with his bare hand? There go cousin Muff said it was a lion. There go First Lady said it was a lion. Is that correct? Is that correct? Oh, let's see. Yes, that is correct. It was a lion. Man, y'all some heavy hitters. Heavy hitters. That's what I call all stars. Y'all are the all stars. All right, let's head on down the court with the next question. On what holiday, Sabbath of rest, did the Jews have their sins forgiven? On what holiday, Sabbath of rest, did the Jews have their sins forgiven? Was it A, the Passover, B, Day of Atonement, C, Jubilee, or D, Pentecost? On what day did the Jews have their sins forgiven? Come on, y'all, all stars. What the all stars say? Come on, which one of them days? That's down to 1 minute. Cousin Shirley all-star jumped up there and said it was a day of atonement. And there go Roxanne with her. Them two all jumped up right away and said day of atonement. The Jews had their sin forgiven. Any other all-stars in on that there? That's a pretty tough one there. And there go the First Lady said it was the day of atonement. All right. What about that other all-star? What day did the Jews have their sins forgiven? What day was it? Passover, Day of Atonement, or Jubilee, or Pentecost? As the seconds tick, we're down to 16 seconds. Clock is ticking. What that other all-star say? Yeah, there she go. Muff said atonement too. And let's see, is that correct? As the seconds tick down, is that correct? That is correct. It was the Day of Atonement where the Jews had their sins forgiven. Man, y'all are definitely some all stars. Y'all are the all stars. That's what I'm talking about. True Bible scholars. Y'all some Bible scholars. Next question said, what two hopes for the people did Jesus bring to light through his death? What two hopes for the people did Jesus bring to life through his death? Was it A, spiritual and divine, B, life and immortality, C, heaven and hell, D, heaven and death. What two hopes for the people did Jesus bring to light through his death? Spiritual and divine, life and immortality, heaven and hell, or heaven and death? All right, what y'all all stars say? What the all stars say? Who gonna jump out and head down the court first with the all-star team? Heavy hitters. We got 45 seconds on the clock, all stars. 45 seconds on the clock. What two hopes did Jesus bring? And there go cousin Shirley said life and immortality. She jumped up and took off down the court with life and immortality. Anybody else gonna get with her? With a mother all-star. There go cousin Muff got with her and said life and immortality. Down the court they go with life and immortality. Or is it something else? Spiritual and divine. Heaven and hell. Heaven and death. What them other ones all-star? There go Roxanne said heaven, life, and mortality. Roxanne said life and mortality. And First Lady said life and mortality. And that is correct. Those are the two hopes that Jesus brought to light through his death. Life and immortality. Eternal life, in other words. All right, another flying 360 from the all-star team. Man, y'all pretty good. Y'all are pretty good, I must say. All right, here comes your next question for the all-star team. What will happen to those that speak against Jesus? Come on, what will happen to those that speak against Jesus? What will happen to those that speak against Jesus? A, punished forever. B, be forgiven. C, second death. D, will die. Come on, all stars. What will happen to those that speak against Jesus? Punished forever, be forgiven, second death, or will die? All right, them all stars. We're down to 55 seconds left on the clock. We're down to 55 seconds on the clock. What will happen to those that speak against Jesus? And oh man, that goes. Cousin Shirley said that they will get that second death. Oh boy, those that speak against Jesus will get that second death. So down the court she goes with second death. Oh boy, we don't want that second death. Is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Those who speak against Jesus must stole the ball and said they will be forgiven. Those that speak against Jesus will be forgiven. There go Muff down the court with 10 seconds left on the clock. Where them other all stars at? There's 3 seconds left on the clock, and we got be forgiven, and that is correct. Way to go, Muff. Be forgiven is the correct answer. All right. Second death is not right. The correct answer is they will be forgiven. Those that speak against Jesus will be forgiven. You're in Matthew 12 and 32. Matthew 12 and 32. Way to slam it. Y'all want to see it? Let's look at it. Matthew 12 and 32. Wow. Y'all want to see it. Muff got that by herself. He said, whosoever speaketh a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. There it is right there. Go, Muff, go. Go, Muff, go. All right. Way to play. 360. She's an all-star, all by herself. Way to go, Muff. Way to go. All righty then. Next question. Why did they hurry to take down the Lord and the thieves from the cross? Why did they hurry up and take down Jesus and the thieves from the cross? A, they could not be longer than 6 hours on the cross. B, because the Passover was coming. C, the Sabbath was coming, or D, because the night was coming? Why did they hurry up and take Jesus and the thieves from the cross? A, they could not be any longer than 6 hours. B, because the Passover was coming. C, the Sabbath. Or D, because the night was coming. All right, we're down to 55 seconds, and there go Cousin Shirley said the Sabbath was coming. Roxanne stole it and said the Passover was coming. We got them all stars is going at it. It's a good game. One of them said a Passover. Other one said it was the Sabbath. What is it going to be as we're down to 32 seconds? 32 seconds on the clock, and the all stars are going back and forth with the Sabbath and the Passover. We're down to 22 seconds. Is it the Sabbath or the Passover? Or is it something else? Maybe it was the night. Or maybe they couldn't stay but 6 hours. With them other all-stars, they're going to get in on there. 10 seconds left on the clock. 10 seconds left on the clock. 5 seconds. Why did they hurry up and take Jesus down? That's it. Time up. As the buzzer sounded, it was because the Passover. The Passover. Go ahead on Roxanne. Roxanne, she's another all-star. Roxanne and First Lady, they got that one with the Passover. No, it was not the Sabbath. Not the Sabbath. It was the Passover. Roxanne and the First Lady got that one. 360 with the Passover. They went on and took them down right away because of the Passover. John 19:14 and John 19:42. All right. All right. Let's head on down the court with the next question. Next question. Here we go. Which one of these articles was in the Ark of the Covenant? Which one? A table with 12 tribes named. B, 12 loaves. C, a bowl of manna. D, a cup of water. Cup with water. Which one of these articles was in the Ark of the Covenant? They kept it in there. A table with the 12 names of the 12 tribes. B, 12 loaves. C, a bowl of manna. D, a cup of water. What y'all big heavy hitters say? All right, that go Cousin Shirley said it was a bowl of manna. A bowl of manna. Some of that manna that came down from heaven. What y'all other all-stars say? What the other all-stars say as we're down to 43 seconds. There go the First Lady. She said it was a bowl of manna too that was kept in the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, for them to remember. Or was it some loaves? Or was it the names of the 12 tribes? Or was it a cup of water? What was kept in there? We're down to 24 seconds. What was kept? What was kept? We got two of the all-stars done popped up down the court with a bowl of manna. Where them other all-stars at? Where the other all-stars at? Where did they take off down the court? They took off with manna. So as we're going with manna, as the seconds come to an end, and that is correct. It was a bowl of manna that they kept in the Ark of the Covenant to remember how God had fed them as they traveled so their children would know. And we should do the same too. Always remember where you come from, what you went through, and tell that testimony to your children. All right, there go my cousin Muff. She got in on that too. All right, that's another flying 360 from y'all all-stars. Way to go, all-stars. All right, let's get ready to head down the court with the next question. Next question said, the prophet Ezekiel prophesies that in the future Israel would be attacked from where? Ezekiel prophesied that Israel would be attacked from what direction? A, the south. B, the east. C, the west. D, the north. What did Ezekiel prophesy that Israel be attacked What direction? The south, the east, the west, or the north? Come on, y'all, all stars. Where the all stars at? And there go my cousin Shirley said they're gonna be attacked from the north, out of the north. All right, they was attacked out of the north. Anybody else? Where the mother all stars at? Anybody else? We down to 45 seconds on the clock. And cousin Shirley said they're gonna be attacked from. Does the other all stars agree with that? Israel will be attacked. And Ezekiel prophesied it would be from what direction? The south, east, west, or north? And cousin Shirley said north, as we're down to 22 seconds. 22 seconds on the clock. And when she headed down the court with north, we're down to 15 seconds with north. All right, let's go. 10 seconds. I ain't heard from the mother all stars. 5 seconds left on the clock. Is Shirley gonna be the only all-star go with the North? She is correct. Look at that all-star go at it by herself. She tried to get that MVP. It is correct. Slam dunk. Ezekiel prophesied that the Israel would be attacked from the north. Way to go, cousin Shirley. That's what I'm talking about. She went at it by herself. All right, Muff. All right. The north is correct. Go, cousin Shirley. All right, let's go on to our next question. Next question said, what kind of knowledge or wisdom is in hell or the grave? The Bible talks about what kind of knowledge or wisdom is in hell or the grave. I don't know. It might be Babylon. I don't know if Babylon was north of them or what, but I know they was attacked and taken over by Babylon. So I would go with Babylon too. But next question says, what kind of knowledge or wisdom is in hell or the grave? The knowledge of good and evil. There's neither knowledge nor wisdom there in hell or the grave. B, C, knowledge of God. D, knowledge of previous sins. What kind of knowledge is in hell or in the grave? The knowledge of good and evil. There's no knowledge at all, no wisdom there. Or knowledge of God, knowledge of previous sin. All right, cousin Shirley. She said she going with it. That's what I call faith. She says she gonna go with neither knowledge or wisdom. She going on her wisdom, her faith. There is no knowledge nor wisdom in the grave, in hell. So down the court she goes with that there, with those other ones. And that go, the first lady got with her and said none. And she passed it to cousin Muff with none. Neither one. I got you, first lady. Ain't no knowledge nor wisdom there. And that is correct. That is correct. There's neither knowledge nor wisdom. Right. Said what you said, cousin Shirley, if you had any, you wouldn't be there. That's a good one. Hello to my brother Kenny. We're playing our all-star game today, so you got to be ready. We're not in no certain book. These is all-stars, and these all-stars just did a flying 360. So here we go, head down the court with the next question. All-star game. You got to be a good player. According to Genesis 12:3, who will be blessed through Abraham and his seed? According to Genesis 12:3, who will be blessed through Abraham and his seed? A, all families of the earth. B, all Jewish families. C, only the good ones. D, all believers. Who will be blessed through Abraham and his seed? One of y'all all stars gonna take away that. All families, all Jews, or only the good ones, or all believers. Who gonna come out with here? Cousin Shirley, all-star player, said all families. First lady said all families. Down the court they go. They said all families of the earth will be blessed. Is the rest of y'all all stars going with that? It's 40 seconds on the clock. Down to less than 40 seconds. All family. That go Cousin Muff. She said all families. All right. Who else? Any other all-star gonna go with all families? All believers or the good ones or the Jews? As we down to 20 seconds on the clock. And my brother Kenny said all families of the earth. All families of the earth will be blessed through Abraham and his seed. Let's see. Let's see as the clock ticking, as the clock ticks on down, any other all-star gonna get in on it. And that is correct. That is correct. All families of the earth. Yeah, man, y'all some all-stars. All families of the earth will be blessed through Abraham and his seed. All right. Let's head on down the court with the next question. Next question. Say, who was called son of the morning? Who was called son of the morning? A, Adam. B, Jesus Christ. C, David. Or D, Lucifer. Which one of them was called son of the morning? Adam, Jesus Christ, David, or Lucifer? Which one is it? All right, come on, y'all big all-stars. What the all-stars say? That go Cousin Shirley. She jumped up and said Lucifer was called the son of the morning. Down the court she go, and First Lady said the same thing. Lucifer. Them two big all-stars jump out there quick. First Lady and Cousin Shirley, them all-stars don't waste no time. They don't waste no time. They some MVPs. What did the other all-stars say? Who was called son of the morning? That go Cousin Muff. She's an all-star too. She jumped out there and said, Lucifer. All right. Where you at, my brother Kenny? My brother Kenny got in on it too. And he said Lucifer was called son of the morning. All right. Is y'all going to stay with that? And they all-star going to try to go anywhere different? We're down to 10 seconds on the clock. All the all-stars said Lucifer. Is these all-stars going to slam this? What does he say here? And that is correct. That is correct. Flying 360 from the all-stars. Man, y'all some big-time players. Big-time all-stars. All right, here we go on down the court with the next question. It says, which apostle was given a set of keys? Which one of the apostles was given a set of keys? A, John. B, Peter. C, James. D, Andrew. Which one of them apostle? Muff put Lucifer in all caps. All right then. So which one of them apostles was given keys? John, Peter, James, or Andrew? That go Cousin Shirley jumped up right away and she said Peter was giving them keys. And what y'all other all-stars say? What the other all-stars say? Who was giving them keys? John, Peter, James, or Andrew? First Lady said it was Peter too. Oh man, look at them all-stars. Are the other all-stars in agreement? Who was giving the keys? Who was giving the keys? My brother jumped up and said James. Brother Kenneth said James, and he said down the court the other way with C for James. John, Peter, James, or Andrew. And Brother Kenneth said James. But Muff took it from him and said it was Peter was giving them keys, not James. Who was giving them keys? All right, is you going to go with them, Kenneth? You going to challenge them or what? We're down to 10 seconds on the clock. Down to 10 seconds. All right, there go them all-stars coming back in again and saying, Peter, Peter, Peter. Is that correct? That is correct. It was Peter was given the keys. Jesus gave him the keys. Heaven and earth. Whatsoever you bound in on earth is bound in heaven. Whatsoever you bound All right, loose is loose there too. He got some keys. He got some keys. So Peter is correct. Way to flying 360 from the All Stars. The All Stars. All right, let's head down the court with the next question. Next question says, in Nebuchadnezzar's dream about the image, what was the neck made from? Remember, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed a dream, and then he told about different parts of the body and what material that was made of. So the question is, what was the neck made of? A, the neck is not mentioned. B, silver. D, C, bronze. Or D, gold. What was the neck made of? Or was it mentioned? Silver, bronze, or gold? And that go cousin Shirley jumped up and said that neck was silver in that dream. What are y'all other all-stars? Do y'all remember that story? Do y'all remember Nebuchadnezzar's dream? And he told it to Daniel, told that dream. What was in that dream? What was the neck? Or was it neck mentioned? Or was it silver, bronze, or gold? As we're down to 35 seconds on the clock. What other all-stars at? My brother Kenny got in there. He said silver too. Down the court, the all-star. He's an all-star too. He going with silver. That neck was silver. Is that what King Nebuchadnezzar told Daniel, that that neck was silver down the court? Or was it bronze or gold, or was it mentioned at all? What y'all all-stars say? We're down to 7 seconds on the clock. 7 seconds, and these two here all-stars is the only one I got answers from. And the correct answer is the neck was not mentioned. The neck was not mentioned. Daniel chapter 2. That neck was not mentioned in that dream. Oh boy. Oh boy, them all-stars thought it was silver, but that is not correct. That is not correct. The neck was not mentioned in that dream that he told Daniel. The neck is not mentioned. That's in Daniel chapter 2. The neck is not mentioned. So y'all want to jump over there and look at it right quick. Daniel chapter 2. Where we at? Daniel chapter 2. And let's look for this dream. All right. Here's the dream. The king commanded all. He commanded all of this. He commanded all of it. And finally, couldn't tell the dream. Let's go on down here to where Daniel interpreted the dream. Then Daniel, they said this is Daniel, it was revealed, and he changed the time, and he said knowledge. I don't see it, so they're right. The great image, they said in 31, head of gold, breast and arms of silver, and his belly and thighs of brass, and his legs of iron, and his feet part iron and part clay. So just like they say, the neck is not mentioned. Do y'all see that? Daniel 32 and 31. All right. His head was fine gold. His breast was a silver. Arms. All right. That's okay, y'all. Some all-stars anyway. All right. Let's go back to our questions and head on down the court with the next question. All-stars didn't get that one, but that's all right. Y'all some all-stars anyway in my book. Here we go. Next question said, how long was Samson a judge in Israel? All right. Do y'all know what book Sam, then Sam, can you tell them right off the head? How many years, how long was Samson a judge over Israel? A, 30 years, B, 40 years, C, 10 years, D, 20 years. Come on, y'all, all-star players. How many years was Samson a judge over Israel. 30, 40, 10, or 20. I got a thought. We're down to 1 minute. That go First Lady jumped out there right away and said he was 20 years. But my brother Kenny stole it from her and said it was 40 years. Samson was 40 years. Okay, then, my brother. He said 40 years. Down the court, he go with 40. But here come Muff, stole it from her, from my brother, and said it was 20 years. 20 years. This here is what we're doing. This is Bible basketball. This is Bible basketball, my brother, and we're playing around with the word of God. And so I asked the questions and then people answered. It's just all fun with the word of God. So 20 years, Samson was a judge, First Lady said. She passed it to her cousin Shirley. 20 years, she said, that Samson was the judge over Israel. Back again, come Muff with 20 years. We got 4 seconds left on the clock. Is that correct? Is 20 years correct? And that is correct. Samson was a judge over Israel for 20 years. Yes, this is cool. Every Monday and Tuesday at 7:30 Central, we play Bible basketball. My brother just having fun. So that's a slam from the All-Star team. All right, that's a flying 360 from the All-Star team. All right, let's head on down the court with the next question. It said, in the parable of the fig tree, how many years was it given to bear fruit? In the parable of the fig tree, how many years was it given to bear fruit? A, 2, B, 3, C, 1, or D, it's unknown. Come on, y'all, all-stars. How many years was that in the parable of the fig tree was it given to bear fruit? 2, 3, 1, or unknown. As we head down the court. How many years? Who gonna come up first? Who gonna step out on that court first? We're down to 53 seconds. Who gonna step on the court? 50 seconds left. How many years was it given to bear fruit in the parable of the fig tree? And my brother jumped up right away and said it was given 1 year. But First Lady said, nah, my brother. First Lady, yeah, she said 3 years. First Lady said 3 years. My brother said 1 year. So what's going on here? Them all-stars are going at it. One of them said 1 year, and another one said 3 years. How many years was it given to bear? 3 years in the parable of the fig tree. There go cousin Shirley jumped in there with the First Lady and said 3 years. Down the court as we're down to 6 seconds on the clock. 6 seconds on the clock is we're going to hear from one of them other all-stars. Is the seconds are ticking. One of them other all-stars going to get in, and Muff got in there too, and she said it was 3 years, and 3 years is correct. 3 years is correct. The all-stars got that one, Kenny. 3 years it was given to bear fruit. All right. Flying 360 on that one. All right. Down. Next question. Let's moving on. We down to the last couple of questions. Let's head on down the court. Last couple of questions. Next question said, according to Genesis 46 and 26, those 66 souls that came with Jacob in Egypt were what? A, out of Jacob. B, from Jacob's wives. C, from God, but introduced to them. Or D, just from God. The 66 souls in Genesis 46 and 26 that came with Jacob in Egypt were what? Out of Jacob, from Jacob's wives, from God, but introduced to them, or just from God? What do y'all all-stars say? What do all-stars say? There go cousin Shirley said they were out of Jacob. They were out of Jacob. All right. Those 66 souls were out of Jacob. Down the court she goes with out of Jacob. Is one of these stars going to get with her? Or do y'all say Jacob's wives from God? but introduced to them are just from God only. That go first lady got with cousin Shirley and said, out of Jacob, those 66 souls came out of Jacob. Down the court they go with out of Jacob. What the other all-star says, we're down to 10 seconds, down to 10 seconds. And there go cousin Muff said, out of Jacob. What my brother said, we're down to 2 seconds on the clock. And that is correct. Out of Jacob. Those 66 souls that came with Jacob were out of Jacob. In other words, he's trying to let you know that they weren't all Israelites. They are out of Jacob. They weren't from his wives. So meaning they were other nationalities is what he's trying to tell you. All right. Trying to tell you. Them was just some Egyptians that like Jacob. They like Joseph. All right. They weren't from Jacob's wives. All right. All right. Here we go with the next question. Let's head on down the court with the next question. That was a flying 360. And this is the last question. Thy word is a lamp unto my blank and a light unto my path. All right. I ain't even giving y'all that one. Y'all some, this is the last questions. He said, thy word is a lamp unto my blank and a light unto my path. What's the answer? Come on. This is the last one. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. This is the last one. What do y'all all stars say? Thy word is a lamp unto my, cousin Shirley said, feet and a light unto my path. There she go. She done put the answer up there, and there go first lady right with us. A lamp unto my feet. What do y'all other all-stars say? She done gave y'all the answer. That word is a lamp unto my feet. There go Muff in on that too. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet. Is this it? Is that it? Down to 24 seconds. We're down to 24 seconds. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. There go my brother Kenny. He got in on it too. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Is that correct? As we tick down to 3 seconds, 2, 1. That is correct. All right. All right. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. That was a good all-star game. That was a good all-star game. All right. Y'all all are MVPs in my book. Man, that's good knowledge of the Bible. Real good knowledge of the Bible. It's good for us pastors to see that their members are not just coming to church, but they are learning. And that's what we should be doing, learning the word of God. Not just coming, just hearing and then leaving, taking the name of God in vain. No, take it. And take it to heart. And that word will become a lamp to your feet and a light unto your path. In other words, it's going to show you when you're making decisions in life. It's going to help you make the right decision. That's that lamp unto your feet, a light unto your path. That's what the word of God will help you make decisions in life through faith in God. All right. Thank you all. You all have a good night. And remember, as I always said, what I always say is keep God first. Always keep God first. No matter what you do, what you go through, no matter who come against you, keep God first. All right. All right. Y'all have a good night. Yes, that is so true. We are all MVPs and all valuable persons to God. MVPs. Most valuable persons to God. For God does not have a respect of persons. Y'all keep God first. Good night, everybody. You're welcome, Cousin Shirley. God bless you. All right. Have a good night, Muffy. My brother Kenny, good night.